friends come, or because their parents maybe even make them come. And these are people that sometimes only other young people and other students can reach out to, that the older people in the church might not be able to as effectively. Because in today's society, people will listen to their peers more than even authority or their elders. So this is an important area that we as students can really reach out, and we have an advantage on to reach these people. Because there's many people I know that are struggling with things that we can relate to. We're in the same stage of life. We've grown up in the same generations. So we can identify with their struggles, and we can understand what they're going through in a way that maybe the older generation won't understand, with like temptations such as technology and the things that have become more recent in today's world. And so this is an extremely important area where we as students can reach out in the local churches and really make a difference and continue to help young people to be involved and get them back on the right track. So it's not just the young people that we students can reach out to. There's also the older generation in the church. Because I've seen churches where they're almost, like they're dying churches because there are not young people. And while we may think, it's not very exciting to go to church with no young people, these are some of the churches that really need young people to come, because they have kind of almost, I don't know how you say it, lost hope, but they don't see much action happening. They don't see work being done for Christ. But I'm sure in these churches, if just a few students, especially like Weimar students, could come in there and become active members and are on fire for Christ, as they see that, they will be revitalized, and they'll be encouraged to get involved as they see the younger generation getting things done for Christ. So I believe this encouragement, brothers, is another important aspect of being students in local churches. So finally, another point that I want to bring up that is extremely important is that of outreach here at Weimar. We are a mission-focused college, and I believe that we have done a lot of good things in the community, like New Start Singers, and a lot of things that have blessed people. But what happens, like let's say you go to a door and you meet somebody and they say, I want to learn more about what you're telling me. I want a place where I can go where people, can teach me more, and I can learn more about what you're telling me. And you can't really say to them, come to Weimar. You need to have a place where you can send them that will have a good support group, and that they will be able to go every week, someplace like a local church. So if you are a consistent member in a local church, you'll know that church, and you'll be able to say to them, come to this church. There's great people here. You'll be able to learn more about Christ. And then you can even follow up and tell the people at the church, this person is going to be visiting. These are areas where you could help them out with, and these are areas where they're really searching and want questions answered. And so this is another reason why it's really important that we are involved in local churches and are consistently going to one, so that we'll have a place where we can send people when we meet them on outreach. And so finally, I want to bring up, what if you still feel inadequate? What if you feel like, well, other students can do that. I don't think I can make a difference. Well, in 1 Timothy 4:12, it says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers, in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity." So we all are able to make a difference. Whether it's just forming relationships with these churches and doing in-reach work, we all have an important part to play in our local churches. And I believe that this is a great need, and if we really are focused on changing ways we have not done our best in the past, if we find a church and are consistent in going to it, we will make a big difference in the community. So I want to challenge all of you, if you do not have a church that you go to consistently, find a church, find a place especially a place that you can fill in, and places where they need students, where they can use your talents, and find a place where you can get involved and you can really make a difference in these churches. And then make a point to be consistent about going to these churches and make an effort to learn what the needs are and to look for how you can fill these needs. And I really believe if all of us did this, that the outreach we do and the impact we have on the community would be multiplied several times.